1. Question. Who is the Commander-in-Chief of the military? Answer. The President. Explanation. The President of the United States holds the title of Commander-in-Chief and is responsible for all final decisions related to the nation's military. 2. Question. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Answer. Checks and balances. Explanation. The system of checks and balances ensures that each branch of government, executive, legislative, judicial, has certain powers that can check the actions of the other branches, preventing any one branch from becoming too powerful. 3. Question. What is the supreme law of the land? Answer. The Constitution. Explanation. The U.S. Constitution is the supreme law of the United States, establishing the framework for the federal government and overriding any conflicting state laws. 4. Question. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? Answer. July 4, 1776. Explanation. The Declaration of Independence, which announced the 13 American colonies' separation from British rule, was adopted on July 4, 1776. 5. Question. What are the two major political parties in the United States? Answer. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Explanation. These two parties are the primary political parties in the United States, dominating the American political landscape. 6. Question. Who makes federal laws? Answer. Congress. Explanation. The United States Congress, which is the legislative branch of the federal government, is responsible for making federal laws. It consists of two houses, the Senate and the House of Representatives. 7. Question. What is the economic system in the United States? Answer. Capitalist economy. Explanation. The United States operates under a capitalist economic system, characterized by private or corporate ownership of capital goods and decisions made largely through market operations. 8. Question. Name one branch or part of the government. Answer. Executive. Explanation. The executive branch, headed by the President, is responsible for enforcing the laws and running the day-to-day operations of the federal government. 9. Question. What is an amendment? Answer. A change or addition to the Constitution. Explanation. An amendment to the Constitution is a formal change or addition to the document. Amendments are ratified by the states and become part of the Constitution. 10. Question. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? Answer. The Bill of Rights. Explanation. The first 10 amendments to the Constitution, known as the Bill of Rights, were adopted to protect individual liberties against government infringement. 11. Question. What are two rights in the Declaration of Independence? Answer. Life and liberty. Explanation. The Declaration of Independence mentions several unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. 12. Question. How many amendments does the Constitution have? Answer. 27. Explanation. As of the latest information, the Constitution of the United States has 27 amendments. 13. Question. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Answer. Freedom of speech. Explanation. The First Amendment guarantees several freedoms, including freedom of speech, religion, press, assembly, and the right to petition the government. 14. Question. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Answer. Announced our independence from Great Britain. Explanation. The Declaration of Independence, adopted in 1776, declared the American colonies' independence from British rule. 15. Question. What is freedom of religion? Answer. You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Explanation. Freedom of religion, as guaranteed by the First Amendment, allows individuals to practice any religion of their choice or none at all. 16. Question. Who is in charge of the executive branch? Answer. The President. Explanation. The President heads the executive branch of the United States government and is responsible for enforcing national laws. 17. Question. What is the rule of law? Answer. Everyone must follow the law. Explanation. The rule of law is a fundamental principle that all people, institutions, and entities are accountable to laws that are publicly promulgated, equally enforced, and independently adjudicated. 18. Question. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. Answer. The Civil War. Explanation. The Civil War, fought from 1861 to 1865, was a significant conflict in the 19th century, primarily over the issues of slavery and states' rights. 19. Question. What is the capital of the United States? Answer. Washington, D.C. Explanation. Washington, D.C. is the capital of the United States, serving as the seat of the federal government. 20. Question. What is the highest court in the United States? Answer. The Supreme Court. Explanation. The Supreme Court is the highest judicial authority in the United States and has the final say in interpreting the Constitution. 21. Question. Who was the first president? Answer. George Washington. Explanation. George Washington served as the first president of the United States, holding office from 1789 to 1797. His leadership helped shape the early government of the United States. 22. Question. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? Answer. The Louisiana Territory. Explanation. The Louisiana Purchase was a land deal between the United States and France, where the U.S. acquired approximately 827,000 square miles of land west of the Mississippi River, doubling the size of the young nation. 23. Question. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Answer. Thomas Jefferson. Explanation. Thomas Jefferson is recognized as the primary author of the Declaration of Independence, with input from other members of a committee, including John Adams and Benjamin Franklin. 24. Question. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Answer. Africans. Explanation. Africans were forcibly brought to America through the transatlantic slave trade and sold into slavery, a practice that had a profound impact on American history and culture. 25. Question. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Answer. Slavery. Explanation. The issue of slavery was a primary cause of tension between the northern and southern states, eventually leading to the Civil War, as the southern states wanted to maintain slavery, while the northern states opposed its expansion. 26. Question. What was one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Answer. Issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Explanation. One of Abraham Lincoln's most notable actions during his presidency was issuing the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863, which declared that all slaves in Confederate states were to be set free. 27. Question. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Answer. Freed the slaves in the Confederate states. Explanation. The Emancipation Proclamation, issued by President Lincoln, declared that all slaves in the Confederate States were free, a significant step towards the abolition of slavery. 28. Question. What are the two parts of the U.S. Congress? Answer. The Senate and the House of Representatives. Explanation. The U.S. Congress is bicameral, consisting of two parts: the Senate, where each state is equally represented by 2 senators, and the House of Representatives, where representation is based on each state's population. 29. Question. How many U.S. senators are there? Answer. 100. Explanation. The United States Senate is composed of 100 senators, with each of the 50 states electing 2 senators regardless of the state's population size. 30. Question. We elect a U.S. senator for how many years? Answer. 6 years. Explanation. U.S. senators are elected to serve 6-year terms, with approximately 1/3 of the Senate being up for re-election every 2 years. 31. Question. Why do some states have more representatives than others? Answer. Because of the state's population. Explanation. The number of representatives each state has in the House of Representatives is based on its population, with more populous states receiving more representatives. 32. Question. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? Answer. 2 years. Explanation. Members of the U.S. House of Representatives are elected to serve 2-year terms. 33. Question. Name your U.S. representative. Answer. The answer will depend on your location. For example, in Los Angeles, California, it could be Jimmy Gomes. Explanation. U.S. representatives are elected to represent specific congressional districts within their states, so the specific representative depends on the voter's district. 34. Question. Who does a U.S. senator represent? Answer. All people of the state. Explanation. U.S. senators represent all citizens of their entire state, in contrast to representatives who represent specific districts within a state. 35. Question. We elect a president for how many years? Answer. 4 years. Explanation. The President of the United States is elected to serve a 4-year term. A president may serve a maximum of 2 terms. 36. Question. In what month do we vote for president? Answer. November. Explanation. Presidential elections in the United States are held every 4 years on the first Tuesday after the first Monday in November. 37. Question. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Answer. This can change with elections. Currently, the President is Joe Biden. Explanation. The presidency changes with elections, which are held every 4 years. As of the latest information, Joe Biden is the president. 38. Question. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? Answer. This can change with elections. Currently, the Vice President is Kamala Harris. Explanation. The Vice President serves alongside the President and is elected in the same electoral process. Kamala Harris is the current Vice President. 39. Question. If the President can no longer serve, who becomes President? Answer. The Vice President. Explanation. If the President is unable to serve, the Vice President assumes the presidency. 40. Question. If both the President and the Vice President can no longer serve, who becomes President? Answer. The Speaker of the House of Representatives. Explanation. If both the President and the Vice President are unable to serve, the Speaker of the House of Representatives is next in line for the presidency. 41. Question. Who signs bills to become laws? Answer. The President. Explanation. Once a bill has passed both houses of Congress, it is sent to the President, who can sign it into law or veto it. 42. Question. Who vetoes bills? Answer. The President. Explanation. The President has the power to veto or reject a bill passed by Congress. Congress can override the veto with a 2/3 majority in both houses. 43. Question. What does the President's cabinet do? Answer. Advises the President. Explanation. The President's cabinet consists of the heads of the federal executive departments and other key officials. They serve as advisors to the President on various issues. 44. Question. What are 2 cabinet-level positions? Answer. Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense. Explanation. The Secretary of State is responsible for foreign affairs, while the Secretary of Defense oversees the nation's military and defense. 45. Question. What does the judicial branch do? Answer. Reviews laws, resolves disputes, and decides if a law goes against the Constitution. Explanation. The judicial branch interprets the laws and the Constitution and resolves legal disputes. This branch ensures that laws are in accordance with the Constitution. 46. Question. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? Answer. 9. Explanation. The Supreme Court of the United States is composed of 9 justices, including 1 Chief Justice and 8 Associate Justices. 47. Question. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? Answer. John G. Roberts Jr. Explanation. John G. Roberts Jr. serves as the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, a position he has held since 2005. 48. Question. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? Answer. To print money. Explanation. One of the exclusive powers of the federal government, as outlined in the Constitution, is to print and regulate money. 49. Question. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Answer. Providing schooling and education. Explanation. Education is primarily a state responsibility. Each state establishes its own public school system and sets education standards. 50. Question. Who is the governor of your state now? Answer. This can change with elections. For example, in California, the current governor is Gavin Newsom. Explanation. The governor, who serves as the chief executive of a state, is elected by the residents of that state. The current governor can vary depending on the state and the most recent election. 51. Question. What is the capital of your state? Answer. The answer will depend on your state. For example, for California, the capital is Sacramento. Explanation. Each of the 50 states in the United States has a capital city, which serves as the seat of the state government. 52. Question. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Answer. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Explanation. Ratified in 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution prohibits any United States citizen from being denied the right to vote on the basis of sex. 53. Question. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Answer. Serving on a jury. Explanation. Jury duty is a civic responsibility that is reserved for U.S. citizens. It is an important part of the judicial system, ensuring that a jury of peers represents the community. 54. Question. Name one right only for United States citizens. Answer. Voting in federal elections. Explanation. Only U.S. citizens have the right to vote in federal elections, which includes presidential, Senate, and House of Representatives elections. 55. Question. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? Answer. Freedom of speech and the right to a fair trial. Explanation. The Constitution protects certain rights for all people living in the U.S., including the freedom of speech and the right to a fair and public trial. 56. Question. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? Answer. The United States. Explanation. The Pledge of Allegiance is a promise of loyalty to the United States and its ideals. 57. Question. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Answer. To give up loyalty to other countries. Explanation. When naturalizing as a U.S. citizen, individuals pledge to renounce allegiance to other nations and pledge their loyalty to the United States. 58. Question. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? Answer. 18 years old. Explanation. The 26th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1971, lowered the voting age for all citizens to 18 years. 59. Question. One or 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Answer. Voting and running for public office. Explanation. Participating in elections by voting and running for public office are key ways for Americans to engage in their democratic government. 60. Question. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? Answer: April 15. Explanation: April 15 is generally the deadline for filing federal income tax returns in the United States, although extensions can be requested. 61. Question: When must all men register for the Selective Service? Answer: At age 18. Explanation: U.S. law requires all male citizens and male immigrant non-citizens between the ages of 18 and 25 to register with the Selective Service System. 62. Question: What is one reason colonists came to America? Answer: For religious freedom. Explanation: Many of the early colonists came to America to escape religious persecution and to practice their religion freely, which was a significant factor in the establishment of several of the original colonies. 63. Question: Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? Answer: Native Americans. Explanation: Various indigenous peoples, known collectively as Native Americans, inhabited the Americas long before European explorers and settlers arrived. 64. Question: Why did the colonists fight the British? Answer: Because of high taxes, taxation without representation, the British armies staying in their houses, quartering, and lack of self-government. Explanation: American colonists opposed British policies such as taxation without representation, the quartering of British troops, and restrictions on self-governance, which ultimately led to the American Revolutionary War. 65. Question: There were 13 original states. Name 3. Answer: New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts. Explanation: These are 3 of the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Great Britain and became the first states of the United States. 66. Question: What happened at the Constitutional Convention? Answer: The Constitution was written. Explanation: The Constitutional Convention, held in 1787 in Philadelphia, was where the U.S. Constitution was drafted, laying the foundation for the federal government and the legal system. 67. Question: When was the Constitution written? Answer: 1787. Explanation: The U.S. Constitution was written during the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787 and subsequently ratified by the states. 68. Question: The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. Answer: James Madison. Explanation: James Madison, along with Alexander Hamilton and John Jay, wrote the Federalist Papers, a series of essays advocating for the ratification of the U.S. Constitution. 69. Question: What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? Answer: U.S. diplomat. Explanation: Benjamin Franklin was famous for many things, including his role as a diplomat. He was instrumental in securing French support during the American Revolution and was a signatory of the Declaration of Independence. 70. Question: Who is the father of our country? Answer: George Washington. Explanation: George Washington is often referred to as the father of our country due to his pivotal role in the founding of the United States, both as a commander in the Revolutionary War and as the first president. 71. Question: Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. Answer: World War II. Explanation: World War II, which lasted from 1939 to 1945, was a major global conflict in which the United States played a significant role. 72. Question: Who was president during World War I? Answer: Woodrow Wilson. Explanation: Woodrow Wilson served as President of the United States during World War I, leading the country through this significant international conflict from 1917 to 1918. 73. Question: Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Answer: Franklin D. Roosevelt. Explanation: Franklin D. Roosevelt was the president during most of the Great Depression and World War II, serving an unprecedented 4 terms in office. 74. Question. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Answer. Japan, Germany, and Italy. Explanation. These countries were part of the Axis powers, against whom the United States and its allies fought during World War II. 75. Question. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? Answer. World War II. Explanation. Before becoming president, Dwight D. Eisenhower was a five-star general in the U.S. Army during World War II and served as the supreme commander of the Allied Expeditionary Forces in Europe. 76. Question. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Answer. Communism. Explanation. The primary concern of the United States during the Cold War was the spread of communism, especially as advocated and expanded by the Soviet Union. 77. Question. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Answer. The Civil Rights Movement. Explanation. The Civil Rights Movement, particularly active during the 1950s and 1960s, was a struggle for social justice aimed at ending racial discrimination against African Americans in the United States. 78. Question. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Answer. Fought for civil rights and led the Civil Rights Movement. Explanation. Martin Luther King Jr. was a prominent leader in the Civil Rights Movement, advocating for racial equality and civil rights through nonviolent protest. 79. Question. What major event happened on September 11, 2001 in the United States? Answer. Terrorists attacked the United States. Explanation. On September 11, 2001, a series of coordinated terrorist attacks were carried out by the extremist group Al-Qaeda, targeting the World Trade Center in New York City and the Pentagon near Washington, D.C. 80. Question. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Answer. Navajo. Explanation. The Navajo Nation is one of the largest Native American tribes in the United States, primarily located in the southwestern region. 81. Question. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. Answer. Mississippi River. Explanation. The Mississippi River, stretching over 2,300 miles, is one of the two longest rivers in the United States, flowing from northern Minnesota to the Gulf of Mexico. 82. Question. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? Answer. The Pacific Ocean. Explanation. The Pacific Ocean lies along the west coast of the United States, bordering states like California, Oregon, and Washington. 83. Question. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Answer. The Atlantic Ocean. Explanation. The Atlantic Ocean is located along the east coast of the United States, bordering states from Maine to Florida. 84. Question. Name one U.S. territory. Answer. Puerto Rico. Explanation. Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory located in the Caribbean Sea. Residents of Puerto Rico are U.S. citizens, but do not have full voting rights in federal elections. 85. Question. Name one state that borders Canada. Answer. Minnesota. Explanation. Minnesota is one of the northern U.S. states that share a border with Canada. 86. Question. Name one state that borders Mexico. Answer. Arizona. Explanation. Arizona is one of the southern U.S. states that share a border with Mexico. 87. Question. Where is the Statue of Liberty? Answer. New York Harbor. Explanation. The Statue of Liberty, a symbol of freedom and democracy, is located on Liberty Island in New York Harbor. 88. Question. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Answer. They represent the original 13 colonies. Explanation. The 13 stripes on the U.S. flag symbolize the original 13 colonies that declared independence from Britain and became the first states of the United States. 89. Question. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Answer. Each star represents a state. Explanation. Each of the 50 stars on the U.S. flag represents one of the 50 states in the Union. 90. Question. What is the name of the national anthem? Answer. The Star-Spangled Banner. Explanation. The Star-Spangled Banner, written by Francis Scott Key during the War of 1812, is the national anthem of the United States. 91. Question. When do we celebrate Independence Day? Answer. July 4. Explanation. Independence Day, celebrated on July 4th, commemorates the adoption of the Declaration of Independence on July 4, 1776. 92. Question. Name two national U.S. holidays. Answer. Thanksgiving and Memorial Day. Explanation. Thanksgiving is observed on the fourth Thursday in November as a day of giving thanks, while Memorial Day, observed on the last Monday of May, honors military personnel who have died in service. 93. Question. What is the political party of the president now? Answer. This can change with elections. As of the latest information, the president is a member of the Democratic Party. Explanation. The political party affiliation of the president can vary depending on the outcome of presidential elections. As of the latest information, the president, Joe Biden, is a member of the Democratic Party. 94. Question. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Answer. This can change with congressional elections and party changes. As of the latest information, the Speaker is Nancy Pelosi. Explanation. The Speaker of the House, elected by the members of the House of Representatives, can change based on congressional elections and shifts in party control. Nancy Pelosi is the current Speaker. 95. Question. Who is responsible for the defense of the United States? Answer. The President. Explanation. The President, as Commander-in-Chief, holds the ultimate responsibility for the defense of the United States. 96. Question. What is the minimum voting age in the United States? Answer. 18. Explanation. The 26th Amendment to the Constitution, ratified in 1971, lowered the voting age from 21 to 18 years old. 97. Question. What did Susan B. Anthony do for women's rights? Answer. Fought for women's suffrage. Explanation. Susan B. Anthony was a key figure in the women's suffrage movement, advocating for the right of women to vote. 98. Question. What is the purpose of the United Nations? Answer. To promote world peace and cooperation among nations. Explanation. The United Nations is an international organization founded in 1945 with the aim of promoting peace, security, and cooperation among its member countries. 99. Question. Who was president during the Vietnam War? Answer. Lyndon B. Johnson and Richard Nixon. Explanation. Lyndon B. Johnson significantly escalated U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and Richard Nixon was president during the latter years of the conflict and oversaw the U.S. withdrawal. 100. Question. What is the purpose of the Federal Reserve? Answer. To manage the nation's monetary policy and stabilize the financial system. Explanation. The Federal Reserve, or the Fed, is the central bank of the United States. It regulates the nation's monetary policy, including interest rates and money supply, and works to maintain financial stability.